To win the day, every day begins with a mindset. Success is not a one-time event. It is the result of consistent actions aligned with clear intentions. Each day is a gift, a fresh opportunity to step into purpose. You cannot carry yesterday's regrets into today's potential. Leave the past where it belongs and step forward with clarity and determination. Winning the day requires a plan. A goal without a plan is merely a wish. Start your day with reflection and preparation. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will move me closer to my vision? Prioritize your tasks and tackle them with focus. Remember, distractions are the enemies of achievement. Guard your time, for it is your most valuable resource. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Winning isn't about how you feel, it's about what you decide to do. There will be days when motivation wanes, but discipline must remain steadfast. Commit to showing up, even when it's hard, because consistency compounds over time. Your attitude determines your altitude. Approach each day with gratitude and positivity, no matter the challenges. Problems are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones to growth. See every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and strengthen your resolve. Lastly, celebrate small victories. Every step forward is progress. Acknowledge the wins, no matter how small, and let them fuel your momentum. Winning the day every day is about stringing together moments of intention, focus, and discipline. The truth is, the journey of life is not won in a single leap, but in the daily decisions to keep moving forward. Make today count, because how you spend your days is how you live your life. And if you win the day today, you are setting the foundation to win again tomorrow. Each day begins as a blank slate, a fresh opportunity to move closer to your goals and align with your purpose. To win the day, it's essential to start with purposeful intentions that provide clarity and direction. Purposeful intentions are not just about setting vague goals, but about cultivating a mindset that aligns your thoughts, actions, and energy with the life you want to build. They act as the internal compass that keeps you on track amidst distractions, challenges, and uncertainties. When you begin the day with purpose, you take control of how your time is spent rather than letting circumstances dictate your actions. This requires self-awareness, as understanding what truly matters to you is the foundation of living intentionally. Ask yourself each morning, what do I want to achieve today, and how does it contribute to my long-term vision? By asking this question, you shift from simply reacting to life's demands to proactively creating a path forward. Purposeful intentions demand focus, and focus starts with clarity. Write down your priorities for the day. Not everything needs to be done at once, but there are always key actions that deserve your attention. These could be tasks that advance your personal goals, contribute to your career, or strengthen relationships. By identifying these priorities, you eliminate the overwhelming feeling of being pulled in multiple directions. Instead, you give your day a clear framework, ensuring that your energy is channeled into meaningful pursuits. To ensure your intentions are purposeful, it's important to tie them to a bigger vision. Without understanding the why behind your actions, it's easy to lose motivation. For example, if one of your priorities is improving your health, remind yourself of the deeper reason behind this goal. Perhaps is to have more energy, to live longer, or to set a positive example for loved ones. This connection between your daily intentions and your broader purpose fuels your determination and keeps you grounded when distractions arise. A crucial part of starting with purposeful intentions is preparing your mind and environment. Your morning routine plays a significant role in setting the tone for the day. Engage in practices that center and energize you, such as meditation, prayer, journaling, or physical exercise. These habits not only prepare you mentally and physically, but also help you approach the day with a sense of calm and control. A cluttered mind or chaotic environment often leads to scattered energy and wasted time, so take a few moments to organize your thoughts and surroundings. Distractions are inevitable, but purposeful intentions allow you to navigate them effectively. When you are clear about what matters, it becomes easier to say no to things that do not align with your goals. This may mean setting boundaries with others, turning off notifications, or blocking out specific times for focused work. Remember, every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your purpose, you are saying no to something that does. Purposeful intentions also require flexibility. While having a plan is essential, life is unpredictable. Unexpected challenges may arise, and it's important to adapt without losing sight of your purpose. To view these challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to overcome. When your intentions are deeply rooted in your values and vision, even disruptions can become stepping stones. Energy and attitude play a vital role in living with intention. Approach your day with a mindset of gratitude and positivity. Recognize that every day is a gift, and the opportunity to make progress is something to be embraced, not taken for granted. Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see the possibilities rather than the limitations. By starting the day with purposeful intentions, you create momentum. Each small, intentional action builds upon the last, leading to a day well spent. Purpose is the driving force behind consistent progress, and by aligning your thoughts and actions with it, you lay the foundation for success, not just for the day, but for the life you are building. Effective planning and prioritization are the cornerstones of a productive and purposeful day. Every day brings a finite amount of time and energy, and how these resources are managed determines whether the day is a victory or a missed opportunity. Planning and prioritizing are not just about creating to-do lists, they are about strategic decision-making that ensures your efforts are directed toward the tasks that truly matter. The first step to effective planning is creating a clear vision for the day. Begin by identifying your main objectives. What do you want to accomplish by the end of the day? These objectives should align with your larger goals, whether personal, professional, or relational. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to get caught up in low-value activities that consume time but yield little progress. Write down your objectives, as the act of documenting them helps to solidify your commitment and keeps them at the forefront of your mind. Once your objectives are clear, break them down into actionable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming and lead to procrastination, but smaller, manageable tasks create a sense of momentum. For example, if your goal is to complete a major project, identify the specific tasks involved: research, drafting, editing, and so on. Each step should be concrete and achievable within the scope of the day. By breaking down your goals, you create a roadmap that provides clarity and direction. Prioritization is the next critical step. Not all tasks are created equal, and failing to distinguish between them leads to wasted time and energy. The key is to focus on high-impact activities, the ones that will bring you closer to your goals or have the most significant positive impact. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix, which categorizes tasks into urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This framework helps you decide which tasks require immediate attention, which can be scheduled for later, and which should be delegated or eliminated. A practical approach to prioritization is to identify your big three tasks for the day. These are the three most important things you must accomplish, regardless of how busy the day becomes. Focusing on these tasks ensures that even if the rest of your day gets derailed by unforeseen circumstances, you will have made meaningful progress. Start your day with these tasks when your energy and focus are at their peak, as tackling high-priority items early prevents them from being sidelined later. Equally important in planning and prioritizing is recognizing the value of time blocking. Time blocking involves allocating specific time periods to specific activities, instead of vaguely saying, "I'll work on this project today." Designate a set block of time, such as 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for focused work. By assigning tasks to specific times, you create structure and reduce the likelihood of distractions or multitasking. Time blocking also encourages you to be realistic about how much you can accomplish, helping to prevent overcommitting and under-delivering. Another aspect of effective planning is accounting for potential obstacles. Life is unpredictable, and unanticipated challenges can easily derail even the best laid plans. Build flexibility into your schedule by leaving buffer times between tasks. These buffers provide breathing room to handle unexpected interruptions without throwing your entire day off track. The habit of reviewing your priorities throughout the day is also vital. As new tasks arise, assess their importance and urgency before adding them to your list. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when your day gets hijacked by last-minute demands, but by staying committed to your core priorities, you maintain control over your time. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of preparation. Take a few moments at the end of each day to plan for the next. Reflect on what worked and what didn't, and use those insights to adjust your approach. This proactive step ensures you wake up with a clear plan rather than scrambling to figure out what needs to be done. Planning and prioritization are dynamic processes, but their consistent practice transforms ordinary days into opportunities for meaningful progress and achievement. Time is the most valuable resource we have, yet it is often the most misused. Unlike money, time cannot be earned back or saved for later. It must be used wisely in the moment. Guarding your time is about recognizing its finite nature and ensuring it is spent in ways that align with your values, goals, and purpose. Every minute you allow to slip away carelessly is a minute you cannot recover, making the ability to guard your time one of the most important skills you can develop. The first step in guarding your time is understanding where it goes. Many people feel overwhelmed and busy, yet when they evaluate their day, they realize much of their time is consumed by low-value activities. Begin by tracking your time for a few days to identify patterns. How much time are you spending on social media, unnecessary meetings, or activities that don't contribute to your goals? This awareness is the foundation for making intentional choices about how to allocate your time more effectively. Once you have a clear picture of how your time is being spent, it's important to set boundaries. Boundaries protect your schedule from being overtaken by the demands and expectations of others. Learn to say no to requests that don't align with your priorities. Saying no is not selfish, it's a way of honoring your time and ensuring it is available for the things that matter most. When someone asks for your time, consider whether their request supports your goals or distracts from them. If it's the latter, politely decline or delegate the task. Another essential aspect of guarding your time is creating a structured daily schedule. Without a plan, it's easy to drift through the day reacting to whatever comes your way. A well-structured schedule helps you stay focused and prevents time from being wasted on unproductive activities. Use tools like time blocking to allocate specific periods for specific tasks. For example, set aside focused work hours in the morning, schedule meetings in the afternoon, and reserve evenings for personal or family time. By assigning your time intentionally, you take control of your day rather than letting it control you. Distractions are one of the biggest threats to guarding your time. In today's world, with constant notifications, emails, and digital entertainment at our fingertips, staying focused can feel like an uphill battle. To minimize distractions, create an environment that supports concentration. Silence unnecessary notifications, close unused tabs on your computer, and let others know when you need uninterrupted time to work. If distractions persist, consider using tools like apps that block social media during work hours or noise-canceling headphones to maintain focus. Guarding your time also means being mindful of how much you give to others. While helping and supporting others is important, it should not come at the expense of your own well-being or priorities. Be cautious about overcommitting. Whether it's agreeing to additional projects at work or taking on too many personal obligations, remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Protect your time so you have the energy and focus to fulfill your responsibilities and achieve your goals. Equally important is learning how to delegate and outsource tasks. Many people fall into the trap of trying to do everything themselves, but this often leads to burnout and inefficiency. Evaluate your responsibilities and identify tasks that can be delegated to others. Whether it's assigning duties to a team member at work or hiring help for household chores, delegation frees up your time to focus on what only you can do. To guard your time effectively, it's crucial to build in moments of rest and self-care. A packed schedule with no downtime may seem productive, but it often leads to diminishing returns. Rest is not a waste of time, it is a necessary part of sustaining productivity and creativity. Schedule breaks throughout your day and ensure you have time to recharge mentally, physically, and emotionally. Finally, regularly review how you are spending your time. Periodically assess your schedule to ensure it aligns with your goals and priorities. Are you devoting enough time to the activities that matter most? Are there areas where time is slipping away unnecessarily? Adjust your approach as needed to stay on track and continue guarding your time effectively. A discipline-driven approach is the foundation for achieving long-term success and fulfilling your potential. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and accomplishments. It transforms your aspirations into tangible results. While motivation may spark initial action, it is discipline that ensures consistent effort even when the excitement fades or obstacles arise. Adopting a discipline-driven approach is not about perfection, but about developing habits and routines that keep you on track, regardless of circumstances. The first step in embracing discipline is to establish clear standards for yourself. Discipline begins with knowing what you expect of yourself daily and holding yourself accountable to those expectations. This requires setting specific, measurable goals and committing to the actions necessary to achieve them. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, your discipline might involve exercising regularly, maintaining a balanced diet, and getting enough sleep. Define what success looks like for you and create a framework that supports consistent effort toward your objectives. Habits are the cornerstone of a disciplined life. Much of what we do daily is driven by habits, whether we recognize them or not. To adopt a discipline-driven approach, it is essential to replace unproductive habits with positive ones that align with your goals. Start small and focus on one habit at a time. For instance, if you aim to wake up earlier, begin by setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier each day until you reach your desired wake-up time. Consistency is key. Over time, these small actions compound into significant results. Self-control is another vital aspect of discipline. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, the ability to delay gratification is what sets disciplined individuals apart. This means choosing long-term benefits over short-term pleasures. For instance, instead of binge-watching your favorite show, allocate that time to learning a new skill or working on a personal project. Each time you resist an impulse to indulge in distractions, you strengthen your self-discipline and bring yourself closer to your goals. Structure and routine play a critical role in maintaining discipline. A well-organized schedule creates predictability and minimizes decision fatigue, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Begin by designing a daily routine that aligns with your priorities. For example, start your mornings with activities that set a productive tone for the day, such as meditation, exercise, or reviewing your goals. By establishing consistent routines, you reduce the chances of falling into procrastination or wasting time on unimportant tasks. Discipline also requires resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. A discipline-driven approach means sticking to your commitments even when the path gets difficult. When setbacks occur, view them as opportunities to learn and grow rather than excuses to give up. Develop a mindset that embraces discomfort and pushes through resistance. Whether it's staying up late to meet a deadline or pushing through a tough workout, these moments of perseverance build mental toughness and reinforce your commitment to discipline. Accountability is another powerful tool for fostering discipline. Share your goals and progress with a trusted friend, mentor, or accountability partner who can provide encouragement and constructive feedback. Knowing that someone is keeping you accountable adds an extra layer of motivation to follow through on your commitments. Additionally, track your progress to measure how far you've come. Celebrating small victories along the way can reinforce your discipline and keep you motivated. Guarding your energy is equally important in maintaining a discipline-driven approach. Discipline is not just about working hard, but about working smart. Recognize when to push yourself and when to step back to recharge. Overworking can lead to burnout, which undermines your ability to stay disciplined in the long run. Make time for rest, self-care, and activities that rejuvenate your mind and body, ensuring you can sustain consistent effort over time. Finally, adopting a discipline-driven approach requires a mindset shift. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or ideal circumstances to take action. Discipline thrives in imperfection. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when conditions aren't ideal. Cultivate a mindset of responsibility, recognizing that success is not determined by external factors but by the consistent choices you make. Each day is an opportunity to practice discipline, and every small act of commitment brings you closer to your goals. A positive attitude is a powerful force that shapes how we perceive challenges, interact with others, and navigate the ups and downs of life. It acts as a lens through which we view our experiences, influencing our decisions, behavior, and overall sense of well-being. Maintaining a positive attitude is not about denying reality or ignoring difficulties. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on opportunities, solutions, and growth, even in the face of adversity. Developing and sustaining this mindset requires intentionality, self-awareness, and consistent effort. At its core, a positive attitude begins with your thoughts. What you think shapes how you feel, and how you feel determines how you act. By fostering constructive and empowering thoughts, you can create a ripple effect that influences every area of your life. Start by becoming mindful of your internal dialogue. When negative thoughts creep in, challenge them. For instance, instead of thinking, "I'll never succeed," reframe it to, "I may face challenges, but I have the ability to overcome them." This shift in perspective not only uplifts your mood, but also strengthens your confidence and resilience. One of the keys to maintaining a positive attitude is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. By appreciating the small and big blessings, you cultivate a sense of contentment and joy. Make it a daily habit to reflect on at least 3 things you're grateful for, whether it's a kind gesture, a productive day, or simply the beauty of nature. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to seek out and focus on the positive aspects of your life, even in difficult times. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is equally essential. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mindset. Seek out relationships that encourage, uplift, and inspire you. Avoid those who consistently bring negativity or drain your energy. In addition to relationships, expose yourself to content that nurtures positivity, such as motivational books, podcasts, or videos. These resources can serve as daily reminders of the power of a positive attitude and keep you aligned with your goals. Another way to sustain positivity is by focusing on what you can control. Life is filled with uncertainties, and dwelling on things beyond your influence can lead to frustration and negativity. Instead, direct your energy toward actions and decisions within your control. For instance, you cannot change the behavior of others, but you can control how you respond to them. By adopting this mindset, you shift from a victim mentality to one of empowerment, enabling you to navigate challenges with grace and confidence. Maintaining a positive attitude also requires resilience. Life will inevitably present setbacks, but how you respond to them defines your outlook. View obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Embrace the mindset that challenges are temporary and that every problem has a solution. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It's important to acknowledge emotions like disappointment or frustration. However, don't dwell in them. Use those moments as a springboard to identify lessons, adjust your approach, and move forward stronger than before. Self-care plays a vital role in fostering a positive attitude. When your physical, emotional, and mental well-being are nurtured, you are better equipped to maintain an optimistic outlook. Prioritize activities that replenish your energy, such as regular exercise, adequate sleep, and mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling. A healthy lifestyle enhances your mood, reduces stress, and provides clarity of thought, making it easier to sustain positivity in all areas of your life. Another practical strategy for maintaining a positive attitude is setting and celebrating small wins. Every step forward, no matter how minor, is progress worth acknowledging. Break larger goals into smaller, achievable milestones and take pride in each accomplishment. These moments of success reinforce your belief in your abilities and motivate you to keep moving forward. Lastly, cultivate a mindset of possibility. Instead of fixating on limitations, ask yourself, what can I learn from this, or how can I grow through this experience by focusing on opportunities for development? You shift your perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. This proactive approach empowers you to embrace life's challenges as stepping stones to greater success and fulfillment. Taking consistent action is the cornerstone of turning ideas into reality and goals into achievements. It's not grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort that lead to lasting success, but the steady, deliberate actions we take every single day. Consistency is the key to building momentum, fostering habits, and overcoming inertia. It transforms small, seemingly insignificant efforts into powerful outcomes over time, creating a compounding effect that can lead to extraordinary results. At the heart of consistent action lies the principle of showing up. This means committing to your tasks and responsibilities, regardless of how you feel on any given day. Emotions and circumstances may fluctuate, but your dedication to the process must remain unwavering. Whether it's working on a long-term project, honing a skill, or maintaining a fitness routine, the simple act of showing up consistently ensures progress, even if it feels slow at times. Over time, these repeated efforts accumulate, leading to mastery and success. Consistency thrives on clear goals and a defined plan of action. Without clarity, your efforts can become scattered and ineffective. Start by identifying your objectives and breaking them down into manageable steps. For instance, if you aim to write a book, commit to writing a set number of words daily, even if they aren't perfect. Focus on completing one small task at a time, knowing that each step brings you closer to the bigger picture. Consistent action is not about doing everything at once, but about taking deliberate, focused steps in the right direction. Developing a routine is another crucial aspect of consistent action. Routines create structure and eliminate the need for constant decision-making, which can drain mental energy. When tasks become a habitual part of your day, you're less likely to skip them or procrastinate. Establish specific times for your activities and stick to them. For example, dedicate a certain hour each morning to working on your goals. Over time, these routines become ingrained, making it easier to stay on track and maintain momentum. Consistency also requires discipline. There will be days when distractions, fatigue, or doubts attempt to derail you. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize your goals over temporary comforts or excuses. One way to strengthen discipline is by focusing on the long-term benefits of your actions rather than immediate gratification. Remind yourself why you started and visualize the rewards of staying consistent. Accountability can play a significant role in sustaining consistent action. Share your goals and progress with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, mentor, or accountability partner. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can provide an extra layer of motivation to follow through. Additionally, tracking your progress helps you see how far you've come, reinforcing the value of your efforts. Celebrate your milestones, no matter how small, as they serve as evidence of your dedication and growth. It's also important to be adaptable. Consistent action doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan when circumstances change. Life is unpredictable, and flexibility is essential to staying consistent. If one approach isn't working, be willing to adjust and find a new strategy that aligns with your goals. The key is to remain committed to the overall objective while being open to different methods of achieving it. Patience is another vital component of consistent action. Results rarely appear overnight, and the lack of immediate outcomes can sometimes feel discouraging. However, consistency is a long-term investment. Trust the process and focus on the incremental progress you're making. Each action you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. Over time, the cumulative effect of your efforts will become evident, leading to breakthroughs and success. Lastly, taking consistent action requires self-compassion. There will be moments when you stumble or fall short of your intentions. Instead of being overly critical, use these instances as opportunities to learn and recommit. Consistency is not about being perfect, but about showing up more often than not. Give yourself grace, adjust your approach if needed, and keep moving forward. The journey of consistent action is as much about persistence as it is about progress. And every effort contributes to your ultimate success. Reflection and adjustment are essential practices that allow us to evaluate our progress, refine our strategies, and maintain alignment with our goals. Taking consistent action is important, but without reflection, we risk continuing on paths that may no longer serve us effectively. The process of reflecting and adjusting ensures that we remain intentional, adaptable, and focused on achieving the outcomes we desire. Reflection begins with pausing to assess where you stand. It's a moment of introspection where you analyze the results of your efforts, the obstacles you've encountered, and the lessons you've learned along the way. This is not about dwelling on mistakes or shortcomings, but about gaining clarity and insight. By asking yourself the right questions, you can uncover valuable information about what is working, what isn't, and where adjustments are needed. For example, consider questions like, am I progressing toward my goals? What challenges have I faced and how have I responded to them? What can I do differently to improve my results? An important aspect of reflection is celebrating successes, no matter how small. Acknowledging your achievements boosts morale, reinforces positive behaviors, and reminds you of the progress you've made. Too often, people focus only on what they have yet to accomplish, which can lead to discouragement. By intentionally recognizing your wins, you cultivate a mindset of gratitude and resilience, which empowers you to continue moving forward. Effective reflection requires honesty and self-awareness. It's important to confront areas where you may have fallen short without judgment or blame. Accepting responsibility for your actions and decisions is a sign of maturity and growth. When you approach reflection with a mindset of curiosity rather than criticism, you create space for improvement and innovation. For instance, instead of thinking, I failed to meet my deadline, reframe it as, what factors contributed to missing my deadline and how can I address them moving forward? The next step after reflection is making necessary adjustments. Adjustments are the practical actions you take to realign your efforts with your goals. They ensure that you are not repeating the same mistakes or persisting with strategies that aren't yielding results. Adjustment is a dynamic process that requires flexibility and creativity. It may involve setting new priorities, revising timelines, or exploring alternative methods to achieve your objectives. For example, if a particular approach to learning a skill isn't effective, consider trying a different method, such as seeking a mentor or engaging in hands-on practice. Flexibility is key during the adjustment phase. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change, requiring you to adapt your plans. Clinging to a rigid strategy can hinder progress and create unnecessary stress. Instead, embrace change as an opportunity to grow and innovate. Being adaptable doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding better ways to pursue them in light of new information or circumstances. Tracking progress is an invaluable tool in both reflection and adjustment. Keeping a record of your actions and results provides concrete data to evaluate during reflection. It also highlights patterns and trends that might otherwise go unnoticed. For example, you may discover that you are most productive at a specific time of day or that certain habits consistently lead to better outcomes. Use this information to inform your adjustments, optimizing your strategies for greater effectiveness. Feedback from others is another powerful component of reflection and adjustment. Seeking input from trusted mentors, peers, or colleagues can provide perspectives you may not have considered. Others can offer constructive criticism, share their experiences, and suggest new approaches that you might find valuable. Be open to their insights, but also filter the feedback through the lens of your own values and goals. Reflection and adjustment also require patience and persistence. Progress is rarely linear, and setbacks are a natural part of any journey. Instead of viewing challenges as failures, see them as opportunities to refine your approach. Each adjustment brings you closer to understanding what works best for you and strengthens your ability to adapt to future challenges. Finally, incorporate regular intervals for reflection and adjustment into your routine. Whether it's weekly, monthly, or quarterly, make time to pause, evaluate, and plan your next steps. This habit ensures that you remain proactive rather than reactive, consistently moving toward your goals with clarity and purpose. Reflecting and adjusting is not a one-time activity, but an ongoing process that keeps you aligned, focused, and resilient on your path to success. Celebrating small wins is a powerful practice that often goes overlooked in the pursuit of big goals. It is easy to become fixated on the end result, the final destination, and ignore the smaller milestones that mark the path to success. However, celebrating these small wins not only boosts morale, but also reinforces positive habits, builds momentum, and fuels motivation. Acknowledging progress, no matter how minor it may seem, fosters a mindset of success and keeps you energized and committed to your larger vision. Small wins can take many forms depending on your goals and circumstances. Perhaps you've made progress on a project, reached a certain level of performance in your fitness routine, or simply stayed on track with a new habit for a few consecutive days. Each of these moments is a victory in itself, even if it feels insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Recognizing these moments of achievement helps you focus on what you've accomplished rather than what remains to be done. When you acknowledge and celebrate your progress, you reinforce your ability to achieve and keep moving forward with confidence. One of the most immediate benefits of celebrating small wins is the boost in motivation. Progress, no matter how small, helps to sustain your enthusiasm and commitment to your larger goals. It can be easy to lose motivation if you only measure success in terms of big, distant outcomes. Acknowledging small wins keeps you engaged, helping you avoid burnout and discouragement. When you recognize the effort you've already put in, it makes the next step feel more achievable. Each small victory is a reminder that you are making progress, which can reignite your passion and drive to continue. Celebrating small wins also reinforces the habits that lead to long-term success. Success is not usually the result of one large transformative event, but rather a series of consistent positive actions over time. When you celebrate the smaller positive behaviors such as sticking to a routine or overcoming a challenge, you reinforce the very actions that are contributing to your larger success. These habits, once solidified, become automatic, making it easier to stay on track and reach bigger goals. Celebrating the process rather than just the end result ensures that you stay focused on the actions that matter and cultivate lasting behaviors. The practice of celebrating small wins can also enhance your sense of gratitude. When you take the time to reflect on your achievements, you cultivate a mindset of appreciation for the progress you've made, no matter how small. This shift in focus helps you develop an attitude of gratitude, which in turn encourages a more positive outlook on your journey. Gratitude helps reduce the tendency to focus on what you don't have or haven't achieved, shifting your attention to the present moment and the progress that's already been made. Another significant benefit of celebrating small wins is the positive feedback loop it creates. When you celebrate a small win, you reinforce the behavior or action that led to it. This positive reinforcement strengthens your confidence, encouraging you to take even more productive actions. For example, if you've been sticking to a fitness plan and celebrate a week of consistent exercise, you're more likely to keep going the following week. The act of celebration acknowledges the effort you've put in, making it more likely that you'll continue making progress. Over time, these small wins accumulate, creating a snowball effect that propels you toward larger achievements. Celebrating small wins also serves to make the journey more enjoyable. Often we focus so much on the destination that we forget to appreciate the steps we're taking along the way. However, the journey itself is where growth, learning, and transformation occur. Taking time to celebrate each step along the way helps you savor the process rather than rush through it. This enjoyment makes the work feel less burdensome, which can lead to a more fulfilling and sustainable path toward success. By acknowledging each milestone, you celebrate the present moment and keep yourself grounded in the here and now, rather than constantly striving for a future goal. It's important to recognize that celebrating small wins doesn't have to involve grand gestures or rewards. It can be as simple as acknowledging your progress with a moment of pride, taking a brief pause to reflect on how far you've come, or sharing your success with someone you trust. The key is to give yourself permission to recognize your progress and take a moment to appreciate it. Over time, this practice builds a foundation of positivity, resilience, and motivation, which supports your continued growth and success. Incorporating small celebrations into your routine is not about vanity or self-congratulation. Rather, it's a vital part of the process of achieving long-term goals. Small wins are the building blocks of larger successes, and acknowledging them keeps you aligned with your purpose, reinforces productive behaviors, and strengthens your overall mindset. By celebrating these moments, you create a cycle of success that leads to greater fulfillment, confidence, and achievement in the future. In conclusion, winning the day every day is not just a motivational mantra, it's a mindset that requires consistent effort, strategic planning, and a deep commitment to the process. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the enormity of our goals, but when we break them down into daily victories and take the time to celebrate each small win, we build the momentum needed to succeed. Every day is an opportunity to align ourselves with our purpose, make intentional progress, and reinforce the habits that will lead to long-term achievement. As we've explored, it starts with purposeful intentions. You must define what you want and why you want it. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to get distracted or lose motivation. When you set your intentions with clarity, you pave the way for action that is both focused and effective. It is in this clarity of purpose that your daily actions find meaning, and each step you take becomes one closer to your ultimate vision. Next, it's essential to plan and prioritize. Time is precious, and without a plan, it's easy to waste it. A well-crafted plan allows you to focus on what truly matters, ensuring that your daily efforts contribute meaningfully to your long-term goals. Prioritizing is about making tough decisions about what deserves your attention. It's about learning to say no to distractions and saying yes to what will move the needle in your life. By choosing your battles wisely, you ensure that you are not simply busy, but productive. Guarding your time is another critical aspect of winning the day. We all have the same 24 hours, but it's how we use them that sets us apart. Time, once lost, is never regained. It's important to be vigilant against time wasters and distractions that take us off course. This means setting boundaries, protecting your energy, and staying disciplined enough to avoid falling into patterns that don't serve your progress. By respecting your time and using it wisely, you maximize your potential to achieve. Adopting a disciplined approach is the foundation of consistency. Discipline is the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. A disciplined mindset keeps you on track, focused on your purpose and unwilling to be swayed by momentary desires or setbacks. Discipline allows you to push through challenges and stay committed, regardless of the obstacles in your path. Maintaining a positive attitude is crucial as well. Life will inevitably present challenges, and how you react to them can either propel you forward or hold you back. A positive mindset allows you to see opportunities in every situation and to respond to difficulties with resilience. By choosing optimism and maintaining a constructive outlook, you increase your capacity to overcome obstacles and keep moving forward. Taking consistent action is the key to turning plans into reality. Without action, even the best strategies remain unfulfilled. It's the small, deliberate steps that add up over time, shaping your future and bringing you closer to your goals. Every action, no matter how small, brings you closer to success. This is why consistency is so important, because it turns ambition into achievement. Finally, reflection and adjustment are critical to ensuring that you stay on course. Life is dynamic, and as you progress, you will learn and grow. Taking the time to reflect on your journey, assess what's working, and adjust your approach ensures that you are always moving in the right direction. This continual process of refinement is what keeps you agile, resilient, and ready for whatever lies ahead. By celebrating small wins along the way, you acknowledge the progress you've made, reinforcing the belief that every day is a victory. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your persistence and commitment. In doing so, you build the momentum and confidence needed to face each new day with purpose and determination. Winning the day every day is within your reach. It requires intentionality, planning, discipline, and reflection. But above all, it requires a commitment to yourself to never give up on your dreams, no matter how big or small they may seem. Each day is an opportunity to move closer to the life you desire. Embrace it, take action, and win the day every day.